Hello everybody, this is PotterBrony, and welcome to my second day of Christmas special, holiday special stuff. Alright, this time I have two Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged specials. First one being the second Christmas special from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and the second is an Ishtar Family Christmas. Alright, so let's just get it started, and starting with Christmas special number 2, and starting it in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Did you ever see the faces of the children? They get so excited. Waking up on Christmas morning, hours before the winter sun's ignited.
Well, Yugi, it's 7 o'clock. Time for bed.
Grandpa, I'm 16 years old. Can't you let me stay up a bit longer for once?
Nonsense.
You're 16?
You need as much sleep as you can get, especially on Christmas Eve. How else are you going to grow up to be big and strong like me?
Grandpa, you're a midget.
I'm taller than you, sonny boy.
You're a midget, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Watch your tongue, Yugi. All the men in the Moto family have been vertically challenged. It's in our genes.
So is my dad a midget too?
As a matter of fact, he was. But no matter how short he was, I still loved him. That is, until the accident.
Grandpa, no! Don't mention the accident. Not on Christmas Eve.
You're right.
Yeah, come
I'm
on,
sorry.
Grandpa.
Hey, I bet you're really excited about Christmas, eh? Bet you can't wait to find out what Santa got you.
I already know what he got me, Grandpa.
You do?
Yeah, the same thing he always gets me. Children's trading cards. It didn't used to bother me, but ever since I became the king of card games, it's become kind of redundant. I mean, I already have every
can
trading
imagine.
card known to man. Why does he keep sending me booster packs?
Perhaps it's because he loves you.
Yeah, well, maybe if he loved me, he'd get me a PlayStation 3.
Well, maybe Santa can't afford one.
Well, maybe Santa can just go to hell then.
Well, maybe Santa thinks he'll see you there after he smothers you with a pillow in your sleep. Pleasant dreams, Yugi.
Sleep tight.
Are you still asleep, Yugi?
Huh? What? Who's there? Santa? Is that you?
No, Yugi. I'm not Santa Claus.
Oh, sorry, Pharaoh. Your
Yeah, he
booming
was,
voice just kind of made me think
For
that...
one thing, Santa isn't nearly as handsome as I am. For another, he isn't Egyptian. I could go on.
What's the matter, Pharaoh? I'm trying to sleep.
I was gonna
I'm
say
just
Santa was
curious
killed by
about this whole Christmas
Alucard,
thing.
but
Do you think you could explain it to me?
Well, once every year we buy gifts for all the people we love and forget about all the troubles in the world so that we can pretend that peace and happiness are attainable concepts if only just for one day. Also, we eat cake.
What kind of cake?
Christmas cake.
Fascinating.
I don't know of
Yugi,
Christmas
I
cake.
think we had Christmas back in ancient Egypt.
I kinda doubt that, Pharaoh. That was over 3,000 years ago. That's long before the birth of...
No, we definitely had it, except we didn't call it Christmas. We called it Slavemas.
Slavemas?
Slavemas. In fact, I think I created it. It was a day where each Egyptian family was forced to
Why
deliver
not?
unto me the youngest member of their household to become one of my servants. It was the happiest time of the year, unless you were a slave,
you.
of course.
yeah.
Say,
I'll bet.
Yugi, would you like to hear one of my favorite Slavemas stories?
Okay, just so long as it doesn't rhyme. I had enough of that when we dueled the Paradox Brothers.
Very well. It's called How the Thief King Stole Slavemas. The Pharaoh of Egypt loved Slavemas a lot, but the Thief King who lived north of Egypt did not.
I thought you said
This
this
is the
wasn't
Grinch.
going to rhyme.
That was purely coincidental, I assure you. Moving right along. The Thief King thought Slavemas smelled really quite fishy, as he stood in a manner that made him look bishy. He grumbled aloud. Why, there's nothing more rude
That's
than
not
forcing your
coincident.
people into abject servitude. And then it occurred to this wretched man that he could stop Slavemas, and he had just the plan. The Pharaoh awoke the very next day, wearing
sounds like a
outfit
good guy.
that made him look, handsome. He stood at his window and gazed at the sight of
Nope,
his
not
people
gonna say
in
it.
awe, though most were in fright, for they knew his approach could mean only one thing. They would soon have to polish his millennium bling. Merry Slavemas, he cried for each of them to hear. May this one be even more fun than last year. For soon you shall each in bondage be placed. And no, not like that, wipe that smirk off your face. For the bondage you'll feel isn't nearly so funny. You'll do all my chores and won't get any money. The Egyptian throng let out a sigh, and everywhere babies started to cry. You see, Slavemas was fun for only one man, the Egyptian pharaoh who looks good with a tan. But just before the guards could make their move, the Thief King stepped forward with something to prove. What good are your slaves if they've nothing to clean? He scowled at the pharaoh, for he was really quite mean. While you were asleep, I cleaned out your home. I even took your solid gold garden gnome. Indeed, it was true.
No, not
he
that.
had done as he claimed, said the pharaoh. If this weren't a children's story, I'd have you maimed. The Thief King laughed, thinking
But
he'd
slavery's
won the
okay.
day. But the pharaoh wouldn't let some jerk have his way, and so now, since his royal throne had been taken, it seemed Slavemas was to be all but forsaken. However, the pharaoh knew a solution that would foil the Thief King's attempted retribution. From this day forth, the pharaoh happily declared, no citizen of Egypt shall have reason to be scared. Slavemas is cancelled. Yes, you heard me right. And all at once there was a cry of delight. Though short-lived, for the pharaoh continued to say, people of Egypt will have Slavemas every day. A hush fell across the gathering crowd as the sound of the pharaoh's voice became loud. Until my palace is refurbished anew, no Egyptian goes free, not even you. He pointed at a child around 5 years of age. And believe me, you'll wish you got minimum wage. The Thief King saw things had grown out of hand as widespread panic swept over the land. But he was powerless to stop the pharaoh's royal guards. After all, they'd yet to invent dual monster cards. And as the pharaoh relished in his ungodly might, he laughed, "Merry Slavemas to all, and to all a good night."
Huh. I was expecting
So you were
a
kind of a
happy
dick, huh?
ending.
What are you talking about? That
It was very happy.
ending.
Yeah, but only for the pharaoh. Everybody else was miserable.
What's your point?
Not getting it.
Merry Christmas, Yugi! Time to open your presents!
Gee, I wonder what I got. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Trading cards. What a surprise.
But not just
That's
any
a lame-looking
trading
card.
cards. These are Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's trading cards. Notice how they added motorcycles to make the game more interesting.
Yeah, they tried adding motorcycles to our show in Season 4, and we all know how well that turned out.
Where are my presents? Just because I inhabit your body, it doesn't mean I should have to share whatever you get.
Don't be so selfish, Pharaoh. Besides, I didn't see you getting any presents for anybody.
That's what you think.
Merry Christmas, my evil council of doom. I appreciate you all showing up on Christmas
what kind
Day
of
to
presents
discuss
did he
how
get
to
then?
properly vanquish our mortal enemy.
Actually, nobody else could make it. It's just you and me.
Well then, it looks like the rest of the council will miss out on this awesome present we got from an anonymous fan.
I hope it's not another finger. Fangirls are always sending me those. They think the sight of their blood makes me happy. And it usually does.
No, it's not a finger. It's way too big. Also, it's ticking.
Marek, you might want to throw that out. It could be dangerous.
Oh, I bet it's
I'll
a
bet.
bomb. Wouldn't that just be f***ing awesome?
Marek, we have about 5 seconds
Why would
left
that be
to
awesome?
live. You might want to try saying something profound.
Okay. Just give me a minute. I'm trying to think of a good they might be giants quip.
Nope.
Pharaoh, that was low, even for you. Blowing up your enemies on Christmas Day. Couldn't you have at least waited until New Year's?
Nope, this way was a lot more fun. Merry Slavemas, everybody!
Okay. Alright, so that was the Christmas special number 2. Alright, and starting off with an Ishtar Family Christmas. And starting the video in 3, 2, 1, go.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, boys and girls. Have you been a good boy this year, Odeon?
Yes, Master.
I have been a very good
I think I saw some
Yeah,
names
try
that were
telling
difficult to read.
Cornelius, the snake you murdered. Oh, and you can't because he's dead. No presents for you, you giant idiot.
I didn't even want any presents.
And I didn't want a dead snake for a pet. Do you think I enjoy having the dead snake for a pet? I do not. He can't even learn any tricks. I tell him to fetch the stick and he ignores me. Not like in the old days. In the old days, I would throw the stick and he would latch onto my ankle and inject poisonous venom into my bloodstream.
Good
After
days.
a while, I just became immune to it. You know, that might explain why I'm so messed up in the head.
Maybe we should get you to a doctor.
And maybe you should be in prison for the murder of my best friend. You have ruined Christmas for everyone, but especially for Billy.
Marek,
Look into his eyes and tell me you don't see how heartbroken he is.
actually, I didn't like that snake. I'm kind of glad he's dead. He tried to kill me.
He tried to kill
Yeah.
you with love.
Felt more like poison.
There is a fine line between love and a lethal injection. It takes a man to realize this. Are you a man, Billy?
I'm 9 years old.
And you will always be 9 years old until you can accept the love of a venomous serpent.
Oh, for the love of frig, you lecture us about this every morning. Can't we just go one day without talking about your effing dead snake?
How many snakes have to die before you will acknowledge their sacrifice? 1,
All of them.
2, 3, 4.
Look, I'd rather talk about
Let
something...
me finish. 5, 6.
It's Christmas morning. Let's talk about something festive. You know, like Santa Claus.
I will not have that man's name spoken in my house.
Tomb.
Whatever. You know how I feel about men with beards. They intimidate me. If we are going to talk about anybody, we will talk about the birth of baby Jesus, who until he grew a beard was actually a pretty cool guy.
I predict that we will get many angry complaints if you go ahead with your story.
And
Yeah, I'll
I
bet.
predict an ass whooping will follow after you don't start shutting your mouth. Okay, now, this is the story of the baby Jesus. Are you sitting comfortably?
My bed is like a huge stone slab.
Then I will
Then
begin.
very comfortably.
It was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far Hawaii. Hark, Mary, there are many strange individuals here to greet the Son of our Lord. I believe they wish to offer gifts unto him.
Pray, let them enter.
Excuse me, would you like
Oh,
this
no, not
baby?
them.
We already have a baby.
Oh, would you like to swap it for ours?
Not
Rather not.
This baby is kind of important to us, not to mention the rest of mankind.
Are you telling me you think your baby is better than ours?
Well, he
Yeah.
is the Son of God.
Our baby can swing on the trapeze without a safety net. We haven't tried it yet, but we're pretty sure he can. That is way more impressive.
I wouldn't have thought so myself.
Your Messiah doesn't deserve a spot in our carnival act, but he might make a good coaster for my drink.
Next.
Attention, Jesus! My
Next.
hair wishes to offer you my sunglasses.
Your sunglasses?
Yes, they were a gift from my mother and...
Please, put the sunglasses back on. We really won't be needing them. Please, just go.
So, this is Jesus.
Yes. Do you have anything to offer him?
Not really. People just always tell me that I think I'm as cool as this guy. I have to admit, I'm not impressed.
Well, he's our messiah. His birth alone is a miracle.
Yeah. Next you'll be telling me to believe in the heart of the cards. Honestly, what's so special about this kid?
Well, when he's older, he will be able to cure the sick and the lame, and he'll also be able to walk on water.
Uh-huh. But does he have a jet in the shape of a blue-eyes white dragon?
He won't need one.
Ha! Seto Kaiba 1, Jesus nothing.
Merry Christmas, baby Jesus.
Shut up, Mokuba.
You know, you really should show more respect to your brother. Did you just throw a trading card in my face?
Yeah. Happy Hanukkah.
Maybe we should start screening our guests, Joseph.
Hello there. We three kings are here to pay our respects to the newborn child.
You three men are kings?
Yes, I am the king of games.
I am the king of riding dolls.
And I'm the king of the dark world.
Wait, aren't you Jaden?
No, I am the supreme king, the lord of darkness, the destroyer of nations.
You look like a poof.
I'm not a poof. I'm an extremely
No, you look like a
intimidating
poof.
person.
What's with the costume? Do you think you're Batman or something?
My mom made it for me.
Really? I couldn't tell.
I just wanted to be special.
Oh, don't worry. You are very special. You're a special little snowflake.
So did you have any gifts for our son?
Well, I brought the baby Jesus a DVD with all the greatest moments from Naruto abridged.
And I am going to give him his very own motorcycle, upon which he can play card games.
Card games on motorcycles?
And I'm going to
just
give
leave
him
it.
his very own winged Karibo card.
What kind of gift is that? Are you trying to insult baby Jesus?
But this is the card you gave me in the first episode.
Yes, because I was trying to insult you.
Oh.
Now you get
I'm going
it.
straight to hell for this.
You are a bad person, and you look like a poof.
You guys are so mean to me.
Where are all these people coming from? How do they keep finding us?
They must be following that bright star up in the heavens. It's been hovering over us for some time. Wait a minute. The star. It appears to be moving. Oh my goodness, it turns out to be some kind of spacecraft.
Your clothes, give them to me. I'm just kidding. Howdy, neighbors. Hey, Vegeta, look.
Vegeta.
Heavenly child Jesus, born of a virgin, we think, and given unto men so that he might deliver us unto salvation and redeem us of our sin. And Lord knows, Vegeta, you got a lot of sin. I mean, you didn't even need to kill those kids on that planet. You just did it, just to prove that one dude wrong. Yep. Oh my God, I am so pinching him on the cheek. Who's a cute little savior, huh? Huh? Who's an adorable little lamb?
Keep that guy away from Jesus.
You are, that's who. See, Vegeta, I used to say stuff like that to you, but then you grew up to be a jerk. So I stopped.
Yep, shame this little guy has to be tortured to death on a cross someday.
Vegeta! Spoilers!
Oh, god damn! Gosh.
Really?
Darn it, Nappa.
Okay, Mary, I think that was the last of them. We can finally get some sleep.
Nope.
Excuse me, is this the Jesus residence?
Crap! Joseph, get the shotgun!
And they all lived happily ever after.
Until he was
The
crucified.
end.
I'm pretty sure that's not how the Bible ends.
Would you like to get whipped in the face?
so you had some guest stars there. That's awesome.
Question my stories. Whipped in the face. Do you want the whip in the face?
Not really.
Hey, Shizo, would you like to be whipped in the face?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'd pass on that
Hold
myself.
on.
Yes, master.
Face whip.
No, I think I'm... Ow!
Ah,
Too bad.
now it really feels like Christmas. Okay, Billy, time to open your presents.
Let's see. Oh, I wonder what's in this long snake-shaped one.
Did you try rattling it?
Yes, but it just started hissing at me. Rather like a snake.
Maybe
I'd rather not
it's the
open it.
Buzz Lightyear you always wanted.
Oh boy, I've always wanted Buzz Lightyear. Oh, it's not Buzz Lightyear, it's a snake.
Say hello to Cornelius II.
Somebody suck the poison out of my face.
Hold on, Master Merrick, I'll save you.
God bless us.
His eyes rolled back of his head. Merry Christmas.
May your child one day grow up to be voiced by Vic Mignogna.
Okay, sure. Alright, so interesting guest stars that he had. Takahata 101, definitely. There was, pretty sure it was hard to read that guest starring thing, but I'm sure I heard Noah King and Shady Fox. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'm just gonna end this one here. Until next time, take care.